All right, we are live. We have got our crypto fantasy league update tonight. We'll do that here in just a little bit. We'll let some people hop on and everything before we jump in and start doing that. What's going on tonight, Dan?
Well, we got a kind of an interesting turn of events here with some people. Tam went pretty much from the top of the world to the unfortunately plummeted to the bottom, and but that's kind of how it can go sometimes, especially when we only do it in small sample sizes like we do. But yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, I was pleased to see that I'm not in dead last this time around, so there's that. That's always nice.
I got to look at mine. I got to be honest with you. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember even what I had in mine. I have a pretty decent idea what I had, but I'm gonna have to have Derek tell me what I had in mind so that I can go through and decide if I want to make any trades tonight and try to pump that up a little bit. Well, I think everybody, as we saw, got hit really hard there over the weekend with the big dip that we had. But everybody's kind of on the up and up now, which is nice. Ethereum absolutely crushing it. I don't know, is it still? Let's see. Yeah, it's over $2,700 now, so up 13% for the week, and it's over 20. It hit like 2750, I think, earlier. So yeah, it's been pumping. So let's see. Bart, what's going on, Bart?
What is up, Bart?
Bart's in first right now, right?
He's steady Eddie, man. Bart.
He's going for the second championship right there.
Yeah, that's impressive. Well done.
Bart's like the 90s Bulls when it comes to crypto.
Keeps winning.
That's right.
John, what's going on?
What's up, John? So probably be a somewhat quick one tonight, guys. I think Derek's coming on. I don't know. I was talking to him a few minutes ago. I kind of forgot to ask him, so we'll have to see if he's coming on. If not, we pretty much know where everybody's at based on what he had posted there earlier. So we have a pretty good idea where everybody's at. So anybody that wants to trade out of any coins, drop those in the comments right there and let us know if you have any trades that you want to make for it. Derek says no. No to the quick one. So I did film, or I started filming the video for tomorrow. I do have to finish that after this, but I actually have something else that I have to do as well. Our daughter's daycare, they're not opening her room tomorrow because one of the kids in there tested positive for COVID, or well, they don't know if she tested positive. I guess there's a worry that they might. So her whole room is off tomorrow and everything. So I'm just trying to coordinate everything for tomorrow around that. So I'm going to be busy after this trying to get everything for that figured out. So luckily, like I said, I filmed most of the thumbnail and everything else is ready, and I filmed most of the video for it. So Bart will enjoy the video for tomorrow. It actually goes along the lines of what we talked about the other day. Bart, not quite the same information because you had talked about Bezos, but there's new new information around that we've got in the video for it. Something else I thought about too that I really want to film some videos about, because we've talked about doing like some low cap stuff. I might film some videos for you guys on like investing in ICOs and stuff like that. Like, where do you go to invest in them? How do you pick out what ICOs you want to invest in? Because there's a lot of great projects coming out, especially like as more of these like Polkadot, Cardano, like all of these ecosystems, these smart contract blockchains, become bigger and bigger. They've got a lot of projects coming out of there that are worth taking a look at and investing into, especially if you can get in early and catch that first initial wave. You can get into some really, really good projects and some great gains.
Well, that's the thing is the ICOs are interesting because that's what you and I are going to primarily do with our little playlist. We're going to create a few videos where we take, probably a couple $100 and we put it into mainly, I think, kind of not necessarily always ICOs, but a lot of smaller, huge low cap gems that we have potential to hit. Hopefully, at least, couple 100% gains, maybe even more. See if we can get up to the 4-figure gains. That'd be pretty cool. So
that would be pretty awesome. I think it's possible. All right, Dad's in here. He's coming. He's coming to us from Myrtle Beach. He's on vacation right now down in Myrtle Beach. So, and I think I heard it's pretty nice down there right now too. Actually, you know, it wasn't bad here today. It was like 75 out today. Tomorrow's supposed to be really shitty though.
Yeah, it was surprisingly it was a pretty nice day. It was a little rainy, but not too shabby. So yeah. Oh, Steph's watching that.
Steph's on. Oh, there we go.
Excuse me. That is surprising. She was just saying she was disappointed we didn't have Batman Theory on tonight.
We'll be on Monday. Yeah, anybody that hasn't already, guys, go over to Batman Theory on YouTube. Find the channel Batman Theory. It's growing. We're it's starting to take off. We're at what 300 and something subs at this point. So
312, 315, something like that.
Starting to take off. So make sure you subscribe if you like Batman. We do all sorts of Batman trivia on there. Dan's got videos pretty much every single day. So Derek says, hello, all. The market is rebounding. Which ones will explode in the final week of the tourney? I'm back and forth on, do I want to trade out of anything or do I want to just let it ride and see what happens for it? I might just let it ride because mine went from being god awful to it's still not great, but we're at least back to like almost break even on that. So it's like, okay, this final week where hopefully it's going to be really bullish, might push me up towards the top.
I think I'm going to trade one. I think I'm going to do one just because I gotta win because Derek is dreading the fact that I'm in the top four. And I think if I'm this close, I think I gotta maybe even do two and just go a little risk it for the biscuit. And I need to have my bragging rights.
Gonna go all Tom Brady on him.
I even have one of my cave shelves that has enough that can support the weight of a trophy I'm going to buy for it. So.
Darren says AGI for the long-term hold. AI space will be explosive. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. No, I think there's so many different spaces the crypto is going to get into that is going to be massively important. I think DeFi obviously is huge. AI is big. NFTs are the hottest thing going right now. I don't think ultimately they will be the biggest winner. I really think it'll end up being DeFi. I think AI is going to be big. I think VeChain is so far ahead of everybody else when it comes to supply chain management and stuff like that. But that's going to be a big space. I mean, there's so many different use cases, and there's a lot of them that are very untapped or don't really have a clear-cut winner. The derivative stuff, I think synthetics is out in front of everybody else when it comes to derivatives, but they're going to have competition. UMA and projects like that absolutely are going to give them a run for their money.
Absolutely. Oh, we got Steph on. Guys, no one's going to know this because this is her first time on, but Steph Sample is actually our top salesperson in our furniture stores. And she's been very interested. Kyle and I...
We're converting her to a crypto enthusiast.
We don't shut up about crypto at work. And she's naturally very curious because, like many people, I think for her, she doesn't know where to start. And that's what we're trying to, help her out. I think tomorrow is actually the day that she's going to get a crypto wallet, Kyle. She downloaded Coinbase, so we're gonna get started nice and small, and hopefully we can build it up from there. But I think that's what a lot of people's first roadblock is, and kind of getting into the crypto space because it is so different. It's so different than anything else.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I want to share my screen real quick because I want to talk about something. And guys, anybody that's joining now, if anybody that's in the fantasy league, if you're in the crypto fantasy league right now and you have trades that you want to make, put them in the comments there, and Derek will update that. So Derek is here. He's got everybody's info on his spreadsheet. So if you have any trades that you want to, any trades you want to make, let them know on there. But I want to pull this up on my screen here. Come on. There we go. Okay. So this was the big news going into today right here. People were talking about Facebook was doing their Q1 earnings reports, and a lot of people were expecting that they were going to announce that they were holding Bitcoin, or that they had been buying up Bitcoin. There was a lot of rumors basically saying that they were going to announce that they've been buying it and holding it and everything, and it didn't happen. Ultimately it didn't happen, and people were saying that could end up being the thing right there. If Facebook announced that could be the big push that we need to inch closer to that 75K mark, and then eventually 100,000. Now the next one is Walmart. We've talked about Walmart before, and their earnings call is supposed to be on, I believe it's May 18th. So be really curious to see what happens there. But that's kind of what everybody's waiting on, is who's going to be the next big company that's going to be announcing that and everything. A lot of people were hoping Facebook, but I personally, I didn't know if I saw it happening. And honestly, the reason for it, I kind of think is stupid, but it's a legitimate reason for it. It's Mark Zuckerberg. He hates the Winklevoss twins. Anybody that doesn't know who the Winklevoss twins are, they own Gemini. They are the first Bitcoin billionaires. They technically, I guess, depends on who you ask, but they technically came up with the idea of Facebook, and then Zuckerberg took it and ran with it. So I think from that standpoint, that was kind of the big thing right there, where it was like, would he ever allow his company to invest in something that is backed so much by the Winklevoss twins? Like, he hates them that much that would he allow his company, even though it would have been a great financial move on their end to do that, would he actually allow his company to do it? Especially, it's kind of funny because Facebook actually launched their own crypto a few years ago, and it really wasn't that successful. So
Right.
It'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward. Other people were speculating it could be Ethereum that they were going to buy instead. But again, the Winklevoss twins have a ton of Ethereum, and they're huge proponents of Ethereum, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But I do think Walmart will announce that in May, which I'm hoping they do, because I think that really will make a big difference.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too, because Walmart, the accessibility for a lot of people, Walmart, I mean, let's be honest, Walmart, out of your biggest, shopping companies, like I would have expected a company like Target probably to dive into crypto much more than like a Walmart. But I will say Walmart surprised me the last couple of years with, they're trying to, with online, they're really taking over with online.
Target does seem to be a little more like forward thinking, though. I mean, you think about, like, Target was the originators, really they were the originators of same day pickup and stuff like that. Like, they actually invested heavily into same day pickup operations and stuff to compete against Amazon. They knew that they couldn't compete against them online, but that would allow them to at least give customers a way to get it in one day instead of two. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Derek says, welcome, Steph. Start by not asking any accountant not versed in investing in crypto. I agree 100%.
Yep.
I don't talk to a financial manager, because they're going to tell you that crypto is a scam and it's a bad idea to get into it. But
it's just because they don't know what the hell they don't understand it. And
yeah,
people, tend to not like things they don't understand. So
how about Polygon Matic next? Low price coin bumping in future shortly. I love Polygon. Actually, let me get that pulled up on here real quick, and we'll talk about it. But so Polygon was actually, I think it was last live stream, we talked a little bit about projects, at least in my opinion, that I thought it was smart to watch out for. And I had basically said any big Ethereum projects, anything that's based on the Ethereum blockchain. I had said Aave, which Aave is having a huge run up here. Where is Aave on here? Let me get sorry guys, my internet is like all over the place right now. Come on. There we go. Okay, let me share my screen here. We'll pull up Polygon. But yeah, I'm a big Polygon fan. I really get the project. It's an easy crypto to get. I mean, it's easily available and everything. So I'm a big fan of it. And like I said, to me, that was one of the big things. Was that's what I was talking about. Was any of the big Ethereum based projects I thought were gonna pump big time, because Ethereum really kind of held steady throughout all of the turbulence and everything that we had there for a little while. ETH held strong. It didn't really go down that much or anything. So let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely been skyrocketing as of late and everything, but still, I think it's got a lot of room to grow. I mean, it's still only a $4 billion market cap, which that might seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing compared to where some of these other projects are. And I think Polygon's a great project. I think that they have a tremendous use case, and I do think it's a great project. So I'm a big fan of it. And like I said, the other one that I was saying the other day that I had loaded up on more of was Aave, which, where are you? Aave, right there. Come on. All right, what is going on with the internet?
Gotta get Kyle an Ethernet hookup here.
Oh, no kidding. I've got like my Walmart internet or something right now. Like it's there we go. So let's look at the last month. Yeah, so really, I mean, that right there is the dip where it was down to like $300 or whatever, and now it's up to $450, literally in the span of 3 days, 4 days. I mean, and that, so I bought it on Sunday, which Sunday was, what day was Sunday? Sunday was it would have been right around in here. I think it was the 25th, right? 25th, okay. So yeah, so I bought it on Sunday. It was right around like the 320 mark. Yeah. So, I mean, just in 3 days, that's how much it's gone already right there. So that was, like I said, that's what we were talking about on Monday for the live stream. I think anything based on the Ethereum blockchain, any of those big projects like that, I felt like they were ready to go. Uniswap was one we talked about as well. I think Uniswap is another one that it's been doing well lately, and I think it's got more room to move for sure. Let's see. Bart says he has some Matic. It's been pumping lately. It is. It's a great project. I'm a big fan of Matic. I think that I think it's one of the better. I think it's one of the more underrated projects out there. You don't hear a lot of people talking about Matic. It's not. And I think part of it, it's not sexy. The projects that everybody talks about, and we see that in the analytics for the videos that we make. Like the projects that have the really, not even necessarily the best use case, but they are, I guess, what you would deem sexy. Theta, for instance. Theta has a great use case, but everybody is in love with Theta or Engine, for instance, because of the space that they're in. Engine, with it being gaming and NFTs and stuff like that, like that's what people find interesting. Whereas, you talk about like today, Binance, it was one of our worst performing videos that we have had in like the last month and a half for Binance Coin. Should have been one of the best ones because it's such a popular pick, but it's not an interesting or fun thing to talk about, basically. So sometimes that goes along with investing in different projects too. Sometimes the ones to invest in are the ones that are they maybe have kind of a cooler use case and everything because people get excited about that.
Right.
Derek says, pull up ETH on a 3-month and 1 year scale. It's set to explode off percentage instead of value per coin than Bitcoin by a mile short term. I agree. I agree 100%. I think that I think Ethereum, let me get it pulled up here and then we'll share it here. Yeah, I think overall, I mean, just in terms of the whole year, to me, ETH is, I mean, you guys know, ETH is the chosen one. ETH is the one that is absolutely gonna skyrocket. Let me share it here. Hold on. Oops. Come on. There we go. All right. So 1 year. Bam. I mean, look at that. It's crazy. Had you bought it a year ago, you could have gotten this thing at $218, and Wow. It is now at 2,700. And again, this is why we talk about, like, guys, it's not unreasonable to think that this could easily get over $20,000. It's not unreasonable to think that, because again, if you would have bought this 6 months ago, we're at basically May 1st. So let's just say you would have bought this. What would that have put it, like November 1st? So if you would have bought this 6 months ago, come on, right there, $400. So you could have bought this for $400, and now it is at 2,700. Okay, so let's just base that on 2,600. That's a 6x. Okay, that's a 6x in 6 months. So if you were to take this and 6x it, what does that put you at? I don't know. Somebody do the math on that.
Like 17,000.
There you go. So again, it's not unfathomable to think that this thing hits 20,000 or more. I actually personally think it's going to be closer to 25 because we haven't even gotten to the best part of the bull run yet. That's still a few months away. But that's why with things like this, I don't think that that's out of the question that could easily happen. It's crazy. And then Derek wanted to, what did he want to look at? The 1 month? Is that what it was?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Same thing. You know, that's why you buy it. You buy the dip, guys. When it dips down, buy it. Cause I don't think we're never going to see a sub 200 or 2000 Ethereum, at least not during this run. You know, maybe once the market cools off and we go bearish, maybe. But for the time being, we're not going back below 2000. I really don't think so. I mean, and you can see there's too much support that's building right around, 2000 or just above 2000. I mean, there's how many times did it get really, really close there? And it just kind of kept on staying above that $2,000 mark for the last month for it. So,
right.
And I think as Bitcoin runs, the next one that's going to run is Ethereum. The other interesting thing, and I was looking at this a lot earlier today, so Bitcoin dominance is back up a little bit now, but I can tell you earlier today, Bitcoin dominance was down to like 45, 46%. So it's definitely climbed a little bit recently, but Ethereum up to 15%. The other day it was like 11. So Ethereum's dominance over the market is starting to climb, which to me, if Bitcoin just runs sideways, I think that ends up being really, if Bitcoin goes up, that's really bullish for the market. Even if Bitcoin just stays sideways, this is a good price point for it. If it just stays sideways and doesn't tank again, it just stays kind of where it's at. It gives a lot of breathing room for the rest of the altcoins. People took profit in Bitcoin. Now they're going to start investing it into altcoins. And all of a sudden you start to see these ones really, really pumping. I mean, you look at over the last 7 days, Bitcoin's at, 2.5%, 3%, let's say, but you've got Ethereum almost 15%. Cardano, 10%, Dogecoin. Our video tomorrow may not be Doge related. Did I tell you? Uniswap. Guys, go back and watch the live stream on Monday. I said Uniswap, Polygon, and Aave were 3 that I was really keeping an eye on. I'm kicking myself because I didn't pick up any Uniswap. I chose to go basically out of the 3. I was deciding, did I want to split it into 3 or did I want to just invest in one? I chose to just invest more into Aave. And then I also picked up some more Cardano. So that was just more because I love their project, but I'm kicking myself that I didn't at least put a little bit into either Uniswap or Polygon. But I mean, you look at some of these other projects, Solana just continues to tear it up. But comparative to Bitcoin, Bitcoin's kind of sideways, and you see some of these other altcoins starting to pick up some steam a little bit and starting to run, just a little bit at least. Let's see. Oh, there you go, Derek. My dad says trade his graph for Sia coin. Interesting. The graph has been disappointing lately. I know ultimately where it's going to go, or at least where I believe it's going to go, and I do think that it's going to be big. But honestly, for me, the graph and synthetics both have been a little bit disappointing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a lot going on with them. Derek says sideways Bitcoin's always healthy for Bitcoin and benefits. Yeah, I agree. As long as it's not going down, a little sideways action isn't bad. Establish new levels of support. I think probably, it established 47,000, like what we were saying was the bottom for Bitcoin. I don't think it'll ever go back below 47,000 at this point. I think it's starting to establish maybe some new support levels, and it might be, that new low is going to continue to rise, which is a good sign. I think the next level of support, realistically is 50K, just from a psychological standpoint. Invest in alts to increase your Ethereum. Use your ETH to grow your Bitcoin. It's not a bad strategy. Not a bad strategy at all. Bart says he'll trade his Saya for some Dent.
Interesting.
2 projects I like them a lot. We actually just did a Saya coin one. Was that yesterday's video or the day before?
Yeah,
one of the other, because there's a lot of rumors that it might be going on Coinbase. Which, if it does, watch out for that and VeChain. If VeChain gets on Coinbase, holy shit, that thing's been ripping right along anyway. That VeChain's steadily making its way up there in my eyes to Ethereum and Chainlink, as far as we might have to make room for a third chosen one, because I do love VeChain. Anything else that you can think of there, Dan? Guys, if you have any questions, throw them up there in the chat. If you have trades you want to make, last call on that. And otherwise, we're shutting it down.
I was just looking at CoinMarketCap, and I actually don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna hold steady this time, just to see, because I feel like anytime I make a move, I'm gonna fuck up my fourth play. I'd rather finish in fourth than then like last again. So
let me take a quick look here and just see. I think I'm gonna hold tight on mine.
Interesting.
Yeah. Derek says, "Damn you, Bart! That move wins the tournament."
Never underestimate Bart. Bart is the crypto fantasy king. Let's see real quick.
All right, hold on a second, because John, actually, I saw this here. So actually, I want to pull this up, because the easiest thing on this may be to just pull it up on the screen. And John, I actually do have a video planned for staking. So it is something that we're going to be covering probably next week, I think. I don't know. I've got a list of like 15 different videos coming up that I want to do, but let me share this again, because this might make it a little easier. And this is coming directly from Coinbase. So that's the other nice thing too, is a lot of these sites actually will give you a lot of that type of stuff. So right here, staking is the process of actively participating in transaction validation similar to mining on a proof of stake blockchain. So staking doesn't happen on every single blockchain. There's proof of work, proof of stake. On these blockchains, anyone with a minimum required balance of a specific crypto can validate transactions and earn staking rewards. So basically, when a transaction happens, it goes through a series of validations. It's a public ledger. People can validate that transaction actually, took place, where it's coming from, where it's going to, all that type of stuff. So basically, you can participate in that, validate those transactions, and then you earn rewards for it. So, and you can go down through here, and it kind of shows basically how does it work, and then what are some of the benefits of it and everything. I've never really gotten big into staking. There's certain projects that it does work pretty well for. I've never really gotten big into it myself, but I do know that a lot of people do very well with it, and you can earn some pretty insane rewards from staking. I know. So my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So my brother-in-law is in the Navy, and he was stationed over in Japan during the last bull run. Like, this is when, he's actually one of the ones that got me into this. Him and then Dan's brother-in-law, Joey, they were kind of the first ones that got into crypto, and they got me into it. Dan got into it a little bit and everything. And Greg, my brother-in-law, like I said, they were over in Japan, and, he's in the Navy. He does IT for them. And his whole division, they were all like really, really getting into crypto. He was actually mining Litecoin. He actually had a Litecoin miner, and at one point he ended up selling all of it, everything that he had for it. Now he's kind of kicking himself because he sold it back when Litecoin just absolutely tanked at the end of the bull run in 2018, and now he's like kicking himself because he wishes he wouldn't have sold it, because it would be worth a lot, because he was stacking up Litecoin like crazy. Holman says Band Protocol. Band, I haven't heard Band in a while. So Band is a direct competitor to Chainlink. So they deal with digital oracles as well. I like Band. It's on great exchanges. It's easy to get a hold of. Personally, I personally like Chainlink better. However, Band is not a bad one to have. I think that's a good project.
Derek's just he's just copying Bart's moves. He's like,
Mm-hmm. He knows Bart's the crypto kingpin,
yep.
And he's like, all right, just gonna ride Bart's coattails.
Exactly. Hey, there's no shame in that, Derek. I
Right.
mean, third place is okay behind Bart and I, but
all right, guys. Anybody else with questions before we hop off? Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a short one. Dan and I both have. He's got some filming to do. I've got some stuff to prepare for tomorrow because my daughter will unexpectedly be home from daycare due to everything with COVID. So I've got to get some stuff planned for that and probably film a video or two tonight just so that I don't have to worry about trying to figure out a time to do that tomorrow. So basically what you're saying, Derek, is you're like Patrick Mahomes and you're about to get overtaken yet again by Tom Brady, which would be Bart.
Oh man.
The true GOAT.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, sorry to cut it short, but we'll end it there for tonight. As always, appreciate everybody hopping on. We'll keep everybody updated as far as where everything's going through the weekend to kind of wrap up the Crypto Fantasy League. And then, like I said, be on the lookout. We're going to start doing some crypto trivia, probably one night a week as well, too. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Have a great night, guys.